Welcome back to the culture. Of course, you know, on this show, we break down everything you love to watch. I don't know we're here to talk about Season 7, Love is Blind. Before we get into it, we want to give a special shout out to our sponsors. Special shout out to Boy Retro. You can find them at boyretro.com. You see the hats, you see the merch, super easy. You can also find them on Instagram at Boy Retro. You're looking for some dope hats, some merch, some hoodies, truckers, they got you covered. Plus, they got a new hat based on Deion Sanders being the awesome double sport athlete, two-time athlete playing for the Braves and the Falcons at the same time. They got a Braves color hat and a Falcons color hat. Y'all gonna see us with the hats real soon. Of course, pull up at boyretro.com.
Find them on Instagram. The Brown Farmers. Get your Yarrow soap. Helps with your eczema and also gets you clean.
And don't forget to come check out LOL Burger Bar, the Forest Ferry Road in Atlanta. The best burgers, wings, shakes, and dogs in Atlanta. You're welcome.
So with no more blah, 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 let's get into Love is Blind Season 7, Episode 12. Really should be Episode 13. Netflix, I'm going to need y'all to just drop this whole thing all at once because you should not be dragging this out. No, you shouldn't drag it out. It's ridiculous. There wasn't much to watch. No, this all could have been done at one time, bro.
Okay.
It really could have been. This last drop could have been 12 and the reunion. We should not be waiting until next week to watch the reunion. That's crazy.
I think
you know
did they do the reunion live though? I think they do.
You know, they tried it one time and crashed the server, and nobody got to watch it. Netflix almost crashed. People
right.
Yeah, it was a whole anarchy thing. They tried it live and literally crashed the Netflix server, and nobody watched anything. That was during the pandemic. It was a horrible idea, and they haven't done it since. They never should do it again.
It is what it is. We'll see. The reunion is next week, but hey, this episode was the wedding episode. We finally got to see who got married.
Right.
All right. So let's talk about the first couple that they jumped right out of the gate in that episode, right into the middle of an argument between Ramses and Marissa.
Well, Netflix, first off, I got a little bit of beef with y'all because these people have been getting in arguments and we normally get to see everything. For some reason, they refuse to show us the arguments this season. Right. We never saw any of Tim and Alex's arguments, so we don't know what actually happened. Right. Was Tim tripping because he was sitting there with his legs crossed, or was Alex tripping? We don't know. Right. We can only assume that Tim needs help and is tripping, right?
Right.
But we did get to see the end of Melissa and Ramsey's argument. And straight up, I just felt bad for Marissa because Ramsey basically just quit on her. This whole time, he's been looking for the exit door for a reason to quit. Mm-hmm. And now his reason to quit was, I'm not sure I can keep up with your energy every day. And I'm not sure that I'm going to want to be around you every day.
Right.
Well, I don't know if anybody told you, but in a relationship, especially in marriage, there's going to be some times that your partner's going to get on your nerves or y'all don't want to talk to each other that day.
Right.
That's real life.
Right.
It's not like a honeymoon. It's not like a vacation where it's always fun and games and it's always going down. So, Expert, what did you see?
I mean, I saw that basically he never really truly wanted her like that.
He never loved her.
Yeah, he never loved her. I mean, technically, I just think he just came on the show to be on the show. You know, I don't even think he really likes women.
I mean, that's where I was.
He can't even get a sentence out, B. You all right? All right, now, let that man get himself together. You go ahead and get in there.
All right, first it was the intimacy.
Yeah,
well, actually, no, first it was the military. First it was the military.
Yeah.
Then it was the intimacy. He felt like, you know, it wasn't going down like it was a condom.
Right.
Now all of a sudden,
and Dom, let them know in real life, D, is that?
No, we've already kind of gone over in the last episode. That's not a realistic relationship and or marriage. Okay, you are not going to. People go through moods.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Plus,
like,
this is not the 50s where your wife is only be there for your sexual gratification.
She not just waiting for you to come.
Literally,
back. Right. She's not just ready all day, okay? But anyways, I mean, I feel like this situation convinced me this man is confused with his sexuality, dog.
Yeah.
Okay? It's obvious.
Yeah.
Okay?
You said that?
It's obvious. All right? I mean, and we even talked about, you know what I'm saying, his friend.
Yeah, his friend. When you saw his friend.
Y'all been going crazy in the text
group.
The
Milli Vanilli, dude.
Yeah.
Y'all going crazy in the text group on that.
Yeah, I mean, dude.
His friend said, Ramses.
I think he came on this show thinking that this was going to change him to maybe wanting a woman. but he needs to be real with himself. He basically strung Marissa along,
He did.
got her to this emotional peak, and now your energy is too much for me.
Well, I think all along, shout out to my wife, she said that he's been looking for a way out. He never really wanted her. And so every time he's looked for an excuse and a way to get off the train, and that he was never going to marry her. It was always going to end like this. She said she saw it early, so shout out to her. I guess she was right. I thought he actually was going to go through with it, but again, also special shout out to the women on Instagram, because they said, how can you marry a guy that don't even know what hairstyle he wanted?
Right.
Oh yeah.
He got a fade, he got an afro, he got a Jerry curl, and he got the two Prince Hakeem tails.
Right.
Y'all remember Star Wars when they was a Padawan, they had a little braid?
Right.
Yeah.
He got that going on too. So he don't even know what he got going on. Man.
Right.
So how can you trust a guy that got 5 different hairstyles and don't know what he want?
Exactly.
Of course he don't know what he want in life. And we know that because his mom's called him out. She said, yo, what are you doing with your hair? What is that?
Yeah,
Right.
she did. She did.
Like, I'll be sure something you trying to
Mine knew.
like
knew.
easy.
Yeah.
This ain't the
From day
80s.
one. Mom knew from day one.
Yeah, she knew what was.
I mean, you know, look.
And the mom said he was a coward because he didn't want to do it in front of her. That's probably true though. He didn't want no smoke with the mom.
I don't know about him being a coward for not doing that. I mean,
He didn't want no smoke with the mom.
I mean, here's the thing though. I'm not giving him props. Let me not say I'm getting.
Oh, yeah.
I have to say, I like it to where he did not wait for her to get to the altar to tell her this. Okay? He didn't embarrass her in front of her family. He didn't have everybody
He embarrassed her on national TV.
I get it, but that's a little different from going to the altar, having your family there, dressing up, going through that emotional high of I'm about to get married, you know, something blue, something old, something new, all that.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Mom walking me down the aisle, you know, they all getting emotional, and then you let her down like that. Like, I at least have to say, at least he didn't allow her to get to the altar and say that. Okay?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's something. But this man was clearly confused with his sexuality. I think from day one, when we first saw him, we were kind of like, and even I think women in the internet kind of like, really?
Yeah.
And then the mom was even like, really?
Them straight up wrote him 2 long braids.
but yeah.
That's a clip on, bro. That's an extension.
But all in all, man, when I watched it, I really felt bad for Marissa.
I did too.
Like, I was really
Yeah, I
sad
felt
for her.
bad for her.
You know, she was down there, she was pleading, are you sure? You know, kind of begging a little bit, because she really wanted it to work. She used the guys, you know, loving her personality at first, and then later on, and not just being with her. So I really felt bad for her. And, you know, I'm upset with the way that, you know, he treated her, the way he did that. And you can tell, even before that time, there were other times you can tell that he was trying to think of ways to get out of
Red
it.
flags.
Yeah, and it looked like he just wanted to be on the show so bad and keep it going on the show and get this fame. And he did it at the expense of her emotions. And I'm not really feeling that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the icing on the cake, though, in this whole
Here we go.
situation with Ramses.
He went crazy in the group on this, man. I don't know how y'all saw this, but go ahead, take off, man.
You know what I'm gonna say.
I know what you're gonna say.
Y'all notice this man is wearing a thong. It's obvious. Like, he got it when he hugged her, dog. Either that's a dog or like that's the man specs thing or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw with some shits, I guess.
You saw a triangle.
I didn't necessarily know.
Man,
I didn't necessarily know what it was.
come on, dog.
Like, I hope it's not a dog. I was
Look.
like, maybe it has something to do with the microphone.
You take it
around. I don't know.
Dog, you taking the metrosexual style too far, bro.
I'll be honest,
You
man.
got this all. With
I didn't
Spain.
see it. I didn't see it.
Come on, dog. Y'all saw it. Y'all saw it. Like,
I'll be honest though. When I was
But
watching the
like,
episode, I
Y'all
was
know
paying
y'all saw
attention
it.
to how heartbroken she was.
Man, it was hard not to see. The dude stood up, but his actions, the way he kind of carried himself, and between the friend, the dude didn't want a woman on that show.
no.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
He
shut
didn't
the
want
hell
a woman.
Shout out to HBK, man. You might know
yeah.
the real HBK. We went to school with him.
Yeah.
The Drake, yeah, the real HBK. Shout out to HBK. We went to high school with him. But anyway, man,
Marissa, you dodged a bullet.
Yeah, you really.
listen, you don't got to be so desperate, man. We know that you wanted to work out and didn't work out. We got to go ahead and get this out the way.
I want to call her death.
I wouldn't call her desperate.
Bruh.
And here's my
She
thing
was
too.
emotional.
She was begging, man.
Because she loved him.
I could tell when she first saw
Yeah.
Ramses that I'm telling you, for her, although she said that wasn't her preference of who she typically goes for,
Right.
he was somebody that checked all the boxes
Yeah.
for her. Okay?
Yeah,
Maybe,
emotionally.
I'm just saying, physically. Okay.
Oh yeah,
And
they got it in right away.
dog, I'm telling you, and she's, you know, I think she's in her early 30s. So she's probably like, I went on this show and I found my person, my perfect person in her eyes, okay? And so when you are let down like that, when you feel like I got everything I want, because all these women, you know, they got issues like, oh, he's too short, oh, he's this, I'm just not attracted, like, he's a beard, he's got a gut, you know, it's all these type of things. It's like, I felt like I could see it in her eyes that she like if she had to rate him, she'd be like 10.
Yeah.
You know, like, let's be honest. So when
Expert,
it's
you
like,
said something too that was interesting. You said you feel like they jumped into it too quickly with the physical.
Yeah, so that was the biggest thing that I was thinking, and this is why I kind of felt it wasn't going to work, because if you look at, I mean, some of the couples, you know, they were having sex and stuff like that, but they just jumped right into it and just kept going, and they were just all over each other the whole time, and it started out like that, and then when Ramses couldn't get it because she was going through her little personal time, you saw the selfishness and all that.
Yeah, she said she was sick from a car drive.
Yeah, because I don't think he really loved her like that. It was more lust. And it was like, I can get what I want, but when he couldn't, that's when the selfishness came out, and you saw that wasn't love. It was just lust, because she's a beautiful woman. She's a very beautiful woman. And I think he just lust over her, which a lot of men probably would lust over her.
An incredible personality.
Oh, yeah.
The personality is...
Yeah, to me, she had the best personality.
Best personality on the show.
Best personality
Hands
on the
down.
show. You know, so, and that's why I feel so bad for her, because she really invested emotionally in everything into this. She gave her body, she gave her soul, her spirit, everything, her mind. She put all of it into it, and she really invested and took this seriously.
And he just played with her.
And he played with her, and I'm not feeling that.
All right, so let's end it with this on this couple, man. Let's go ahead and we rate things. Y'all know that if y'all watch a lot of our content. We rate sneakers, we rate other things too. Let's go ahead and put him on the trash meter. So we had to, in the trash meter, you're gonna give him 5 trash bags. That's the worst.
Okay.
Yeah.
1, he's not so bad. So Dom, if you had to give him a trash rating, where are you gonna put him?
I'm gonna give him a 4, and the reason why I don't give him a 5, because he did not do this at the altar. I felt like if he took it there, at least he had the decency to say, look, I know I'm not gonna marry you, so I'm not gonna have you going through all that if I know I don't want to be with you.
Gotcha.
Okay, because he could have done that.
Gotcha.
You know, to continue on the show, get more followers, you know, get more exposure, get the money that they make when they go to the wedding. So he could have done that. All right, so I'm gonna give him a 4 because of that.
Expert?
Oh, I'm gonna give him a 5. Even if he didn't go to the altar, it still really crushed. It really crushed that girl, and it messed her up for a future relationship, because she's been going through this, and then she goes outside of the military man and the manly man, and she goes to somebody else, and she still gets treated like that. So when somebody comes around that really cares for her, that really loves her, she's not gonna give her all to that. She's probably
extra hard.
Yeah, she's probably never gonna be happy in a relationship because of what just happened. And you know what? I think she probably should have went with. I think her and Nick B actually would have been a good couple.
No, you think so?
Yeah, but they was never interested in each other.
Yeah, I don't think they were.
I think they would have went together well.
Nick need to be focused on trying to talk to Katie. That's what we need to focus on.
Because I think she few like things to say about Nick, like he was lame. I think she did.
Yeah, later on or whatever. But I think their personalities I think they'd be good friends. Personalities, I think.
Yeah, she said she was friends on Bogdan or whatever his name. The other she said he was friends.
I gotta give him a 5 too, for the same reason the expert said, that I really didn't like what he did, and I don't understand stringing somebody along. This dude knew a long time ago that he wasn't gonna marry her.
Yeah.
And he should just kept it real. And in her words, if this is what you really thought, or you really had this many questions and you were questioning, can you even do this every day? You should not have come on the show.
True.
So for that, you get a 5. And it was horrible to watch him break her heart like that. It was just crazy.
True.
But Marissa, if you ever want to come on the show,
hey,
come on.
Hey, Ramses, you're welcome too. If you want to explain yourself, to say that, hey, that you are comfortable in your sexuality, because we know you are.
No, explain yourself that you're not a trash guy.
Yeah.
Let's start there.
Okay, that's true.
Let's start there first.
Explain if you're not a trash guy.
He needs to be Love is Blind.
And if you want to bring your friend with you,
Love is Blind.
No, Love is Blind LGBT. That's what he need to be.
This fool straight up did a chat GPT with her the whole time. Scammed her along, chat GPT the whole time, man. All right,
Let's get to the next one.
Let's cancel us.
Don't cancel us.
Let's talk about another scam artist. let's talk about Ashley and Tyler. We already know that Tyler's a scam artist. Let's just break it down for y'all real quick. In the words of Maury, the lie detector said, what now? That was a lie.
That was a lie. Yes.
My goodness.
So
They did for a minute.
we have already done the research and told y'all this man said that he was a sperm donor, straight up lied to Ashley's face. She said, did the kids know what you look like? He said, I don't think so.
Lie.
Come to find out, this fool spent Christmas with them last year. His ex now has said he's not being honest. So why don't you break down what the ex said?
So basically, the baby mother came out on social media.
Right.
She put out a couple videos explaining the situation because she felt like her kids were being disrespected and basically calling them sperm donor babies. Okay. And she was like, I'm going to tell you what the real story is. I was in a lesbian relationship. I had a partner, and he did help me with the initial child. Unfortunately, they broke up. The lesbian couple broke up, and they were still friends. You know, Tyler was still there, basically supporting them and helping her out.
Get to the good
And
part.
in that time, they had sexual intercourse.
There.
They got it all.
He smashed.
They got it all. They had an unplanned pregnancy of twins.
He went to the Marriott belly flop.
He was there through the pregnancy. He sure did. He was there at the birth. After they were born, he supported them. You know what I'm saying? Was there for, them, visit just like a father would.
Yeah.
He went on this show.
Pushing around a tricycle. We saw the
doing
video.
everything. Christmas, holidays, all that.
Right.
He decided to go on the show because she was like, they weren't together.
They weren't in a
were
relationship.
still friends.
They were co-parenting.
Yeah, they were co-parenting. He decided to go on this show because he wanted to find love. She wanted him to find love.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He went on the show, and she hasn't heard from him since. This was 23, sir.
So he ran up on the plug twice on his kids. He a deadbeat dad now.
Yeah, if he ain't been around since in a year.
Now, when he finally, of course, he did not say this in the pods. We already talked about this. He did not disclose his 3 children. When he finally did disclose and said they were just sperm babies,
He lied.
specifically Ashley asked him, do they know who you are? And he said,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Which is clearly a lie.
Blatant lie. And he knew he was lying. So here we are, fast forward, now we're at the wedding. So he's going through and still not told her.
He's still lying.
He's still lying. Because you still had a chance to come clean, right?
He did.
We sitting there at the wedding. He wants to act like in front of everybody, getting emotional and acting like he's all scared and this is a big decision. Nah, it wasn't a big decision, dog.
Yeah, we know it's a
And he
scam.
bragged to his friends that as soon as they get done, they're gonna have kids.
Here's my thing with the friends, and this is an interesting question. Do they not know about the kids either?
Yeah, I'm
because
sure
They didn't say nothing.
they didn't say anything.
But it's not their business to tell them.
No, but I don't.
But we don't know what he told the friends too. He may have lied to the friends and told her I told her that she knows. That is a possibility that he lied to his friends and lied to her.
But you don't want to lie to
Could
your
be.
friends because you don't want them to accidentally say something about the other kids or
Think
bring
about
it
On
up.
the show, they're not really gonna be around his friends like that.
Yeah.
They're not. But I was expecting when he was going through his little emotions, taking shots, getting ready, that his friends would be like, hey man, she met the kid.
Well, I mean, they also didn't really have a bachelor party like that.
That's true.
This was the best bachelor party. That was one thing they got right. I thought that was pretty dope.
That was dope.
Yeah.
They got
Sweet.
to go to the Wizards game, go in the suite. Then they got to go on the court, lay up line and everything, man. That was dope. And then Garrett, oh my gosh, I don't know what he was doing. He couldn't even lay the ball up.
I mean, not everybody plays basketball.
Yeah.
Not everybody lays the ball up.
Clearly. Anyways, again, his friends never discussed this. It never came up.
Right.
Okay, they acted like these kids didn't even
Well,
exist.
I mean, to experts' point, it's not really the friend's place to
I
do
get
that.
it.
That's your
I
place.
get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying though, like that's true. I mean,
But if your friends
that's
know
true.
you lying to her, they should say, hey, man, you gotta tell the truth.
Yeah, but first of all, we don't know.
We don't know what
if
conversation
they
were
did.
had,
We don't
right?
know if they had that conversation or not.
Right.
But the friends definitely should not say anything to the girl. That's not their business or whatever. So
And here's another thing. The mom sat with him. Okay, they had a little moment.
Right.
yeah.
His mom also didn't bring up the kid.
Again, we don't know what conversation he told
Does
the mom either.
think that he's just a sperm donor? Does she even know?
I'm sure she knows the
Yeah.
truth.
But I mean, dog, if you want to lie like this to Ashley, I'm sure there's other lies that are in play in this whole situation.
So could have blown up his whole life. His
His whole spot.
He could have.
But if it
nobody
did,
said anything about these
if
kids.
it did, he only blew up his own spot on himself. If you really had all this going on, don't come on the show.
Yeah, but I'm sure his mom probably knew the truth, but his mom is not gonna sit there and say anything about
My son's
something
a liar.
Yeah, my son's a liar, and there's no. She wants her son to be happy, and she's hoping that he can smooth it out or whatever. But
Right.
I'm sure she knows about it, but
I
it's
do.
not. It's still not her place to
I'm
say
telling you,
anything.
I saw it on his face. He was not worried about the commitment. He wasn't worried. Like, I think he loves her. I think, because he loves her so much, he's gonna do anything he can do to be with
Bro,
her.
you can still
Selfishly.
two things can be true at the same time. You can be a liar, you can be sick, and you can still think you love somebody. Because if you actually love somebody, you're gonna tell.
Because that's
you're
the
gonna-
thing. Is it
No.
true love if you're lying like that? If you have this lie?
No, it's desperation because you want her so bad, you want to do whatever it takes and be desperate and lie.
Yeah, it's not true love. It comes back to when I was talking about selfishness. You're selfish because you're just worried about yourself. I want this so bad, even if I know it's not going to be good for her. It's
That's right.
He didn't give her the option.
He's not thinking about her and her
Exactly.
feelings.
He didn't give her the option to see if she's okay.
Yeah, if you're not thinking about the other person, then that's not love. That's selfish.
Just think about it. She's becoming a stepmother or a bonus mother, and she didn't even know it.
She didn't even ask for that.
Exactly.
She didn't even know it, and he took that from her.
Yeah, he did.
So this whole situation, while I'm watching this, I'm thinking like when they did eventually get married. The second I saw that, I was thinking, as a lawyer, as
Yeah, so let's talk about that real quick. You are a practicing attorney,
Yes.
correct?
Yes. All right. So the second I saw that, I'm thinking like, okay, if I represented her, how can I get out of this without her having to basically give him half of the assets or whatever? Like, how can we get an annulment? Because one of the factors of annulment is
Speak on it.
fraud. Okay. And it's a clear fraud here. Okay, now I know it's a little difficult to bring that up in the court because a lot of, especially if you do conservative courts, they're like, a child is a blessing. A child is a blessing. But the fact is, he did lie. He did not disclose it. Okay, It's just like, him saying, okay, I'm getting married, but I don't have any mistresses. But if you really do have mistresses,
Right.
and you found out later he had mistresses
Right.
and he lied, that is fraud.
That's fraud.
There
It's
you go.
fraud.
It's no different than like if you are buying a car and you lie and it's got 25 accidents and you ain't tell nobody
Yeah.
and you don't roll the miles back. It got 300,000 miles and you don't roll it back to 50,000.
Well, yeah. Fraud.
So it's fraud. Fraud is fraud.
This was on his heart. You could tell he was like, nah, man, keep it together. I want her, but
I got to get to the finish line. Keep finessing.
Yep. So,
Well,
go ahead.
shout out to her dad though. I did like the emotional moment she had with her dad, and I like that she kind of told the backstory. I guess that her and her dad weren't close before then, and now they are again. She even said, "Hey man, he lucky to be here." Okay, but I did like they had that moment. I do wish the dad had found out about this first, because we already talked about this. Dad was like OG. He
Bro.
would have took care of
Can
it.
you imagine if that would have came out during the wedding?
They would have invited him to squabble.
Yeah.
They would have squabbled.
Yeah, most definitely.
Expert, if you was a dad, you would have invited him to squabble at that point.
I'm sick in my heart. Wanted that Jerry Springer moment. I really wanted the baby mama to come out the back.
Oh, who has an objection?
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Then not only come out the back with the three kids.
With the three
Yeah.
And have rolled the three
Yeah.
kids running down the aisle.
Yeah.
On Netflix crashing the server?
Yeah, no. I wish
That was a
did-
missed opportunity.
I wish that would have happened because I wish she would have never married that guy.
Yeah.
Like, I wish Ashley would have never got married to him.
Yeah, she
deserved that.
Thomas, I wish
She was so innocent.
She was also, like I said, how Marissa was. She was also good. So she had a good spirit.
Very
I mean, I hate that good people this is happening to them.
And before we get off of Ashley and Tyler, Ashley's friends though.
That's what I feel.
Exactly.
What they would have done if they found this out? Like,
Oh, they would have stopped the wedding. They would have turned this thing out, bro.
Yeah.
They would have let her marry.
Yeah.
You mean
fall for
because
that.
remember the friend
You
that
fall for that.
gave her the wedding gift? They gave her the robe.
Yeah.
That one friend by herself would have turned the whole thing out.
Yeah.
Now-
She asked her like 3 times, "Are you sure?"
Uh-huh.
And is he who he say he is?
now, looking towards the reunion, I expect, Vanessa and Nick to give him the 3rd degree.
Bro, they better give him
Y'all
the
better
business.
Oh,
give
yeah.
him the business because he defrauded the show. He defrauded Ashley,
Facts.
her family
Facts.
looks like a very nice family. Very like, come on,
The
man.
grandmother was cool, bro.
This looks bad. Okay, it looks horrible.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need them to like, and because even my wife is like, I mean, are they even gonna show up at the reunion? Because it's like,
I hope they
look
do.
really
On the
bad.
internet, she's defending him right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's happening on the internet?
I mean, a lot of people are saying basically she's like, Rashida, he's Kurt Frost. He's a straight up liar. And she's defending him. So
So she's on there in the comments. No,
Right,
he's
right. Exactly.
So
She's
my
right,
thing
she's
is
right.
clearly, he knew this was gonna come out. So I guess maybe he disclosed it before the show premiered to get her prepared.
did he though?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know, but
do you think she found out with like the rest of us?
I mean, at this point, I think it doesn't matter because she had decided she was all in and she was gonna ride with him no matter what.
we'll see at the reunion, man. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
I don't see how you marry a liar like this, dog. This is a big
She
lie.
definitely should've jumped
This is
the
not.
gun.
This is not a somebody text me and I liked the comment lie. Okay, this is not. I didn't talk to your best friend in the world. And like this. This
This
is
ain't even like I claimed my
huge lie.
taxes a little bit just to help myself out.
Yeah, this is something.
I'm like, hey man, I'll
But
on
I
that.
heard you say she should have jumped the bull, but I mean, she didn't have any knowledge of this stuff going on, so she had no.
She didn't find out he lied. That should have been enough to say no.
Yeah, honestly.
And they didn't even jump the broom. They skipped the broom.
Skip the broom.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
ain't no real jump.
Come on.
I jumped the broom. Yeah, I got to take too. That's a story for another day.
All right. Anyways, let's get to our last couple.
All right, so this was a snooze fest. Let's go ahead and get to it.
Yeah. The boring couple.
Look, out of all the couples, this is the one couple that season 7, although a lot of people are saying throw the whole season away,
Yeah.
this is one couple that actually found love.
They did.
Okay? They are a great match. They have great chemistry. I can really tell that they are both madly in love with each other. And, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful wedding. The fact that, Garrett's parents and Taylor's parents both got married on the same day, the 13th, and they were getting married on the 13th. I mean, it seemed meant to be.
I'm honestly not looking forward to them.
I mean, here's the thing, bro. I still think they have some problems to work out, but I think that Garrett is glossing over a lot of their problems because he's desperate. Son is used to being rejected. I hate to be mean, but he got the Mikhail Gorbachev on his forehead. That's one thing.
Yeah.
He already admitted that
She's kind of used to that because the father got.
he got the Mikhail Gorbachev on his cheek. But
It's fine. I mean,
But
it's
let's
not a
be
big
honest
deal.
though, he said that he gets rejected all the time.
Right.
Nobody swipes yes on him. So here's what we
I
got.
don't think that's
I'm not saying that she's a pretty young lady. She's very smart.
very.
That's one thing they both have.
They're both super
They're
smart.
like geniuses.
You can tell.
Yeah.
Come on. Now.
So that's pretty cool. But at the same point, they do have some issues that they seem to gloss over. I mean, they seem to be the best couple of kind of what
a trash
season. Exactly. The best of the worst. So when you the best of the worst, I don't know what else to say about
But
that.
I'm gonna tell you something. They seem to really click though.
They did.
They seem to really click. I mean, there's always gonna be some issues. No relationship is
Oh,
perfect.
definitely.
But I think they are a pretty good couple. I think their attitudes and everything. I think it
Their quirks
mixes.
match.
Yeah, their quirks match. So what? He doesn't get picked. He's not that type of guy. He got lucky and got him a woman, but she seems to like him, and that's all that matters. Or love him, basically.
And then you said you brought up an issue too that him moving all the way to San Diego, that might be a problem in the future.
It could be a problem, but I think he said he works from home. He's got his own business.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know. Like, I think he just really loves her so much that he's willing to go to San Diego.
Yeah, he willing to train it off.
And the fact is, it seems like he's got a good relationship with her parents.
Yeah, it
I
does.
mean, that whole situation with her father,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, where it was like they had their little moment.
Yeah, it was super emotional.
Yeah.
Homies dying and stuff that had been in his wedding. I was like, yo, man, it's not a funeral, it's a wedding.
He did kind of make it, man, he
He
kind of
turned to a downer mood. He brought the mood down.
He did.
Now, I do think it's weird that every time, if you look at them, the couples, they kiss and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But those two, every time they start talking and they can't figure out what to say, they just kiss.
Right.
They just kiss.
That's true.
And that just seems so weird.
And I'm gonna be honest,
No.
their kissing is awkward.
It's
Yeah.
like they ain't never kissed nobody.
When they first got married and he kept packing, and she was like, okay, you got the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
can still see his parents was not on board though. Like they still like, if you lie, we're offering you if you want to marry somebody you've only known for 2 weeks.
If you like it, I love it.
His parents still not on board, but they're like, I guess we'll still just ride on faith, cause I don't know. But you know, hey, congratulations to them. Do you think they're gonna still be together at the reunion?
I think it's a high probability, but I won't be surprised either way. If they're not together, I think it's gonna be more about adjusting to San Diego was just too much for him. He didn't want to do that. He didn't want to really live out there. So
I don't think that's enough for him to leave her.
We'll see.
So I would be shocked if they're not.
I don't think he's gonna leave her. Just like you said, he's one of those guys that can't get no women. You know, they don't. I mean,
I'm telling you right now,
nowhere.
I think like he's got a transformation because I've seen the internet send some.
oh, he upgrades.
Hey, dog.
She did the Beyonce part.
They were talking about in the beginning of the show. He had some pictures that released, and he looks totally different. They was like, oh, he definitely got married because she was like, okay, we need to do something with your hair. We need to do something with your outfit.
Yeah, exactly.
He wearing purple label now.
Hey! I'm just saying. Hey, I think they saying he had a glow up.
Okay.
Yeah, she upgraded.
That's what the internet's saying. I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Well,
you know what we forgot to do though.
we forgot to put Tyler on the trash meter.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kevin. What would you rate the trash?
KP gonna give him 5 trash bags.
And why?
Because he's a straight up grade A scammer.
Yeah.
He is a real scam artist. Like, I would not be surprised if he's scamming credit cards, he's scamming insurance, you know what I'm saying? He's selling cars with rollback miles. He got all the scams, brother.
Call him Catch Me If You Can, Tyler.
That's exactly what he is. Catch me if you can. Shout out to Leonardo DiCaprio. This is like my favorite Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
Catch Me If You Can, Tyler.
Tyler, bro. He's a straight up scam artist.
5. I give him 5.
He was a fake doctor. He was a fake lawyer who passed the bar without even like studying.
Right. I don't know.
Dang.
They call him. He think he's like a nuclear service or security.
Frank Abagnale.
This with nuclear security. So I'm telling you,
He's a janitor.
hey, whatever he's doing,
janitors. He's a janitor.
whatever he's doing, I hope he is getting paid because, sorry, Ashley, a lot of his money is going to child support for them 3 kids. I mean, he's gonna be paying at least $1,200 to $2,000 a month, maybe even more, depending on what he makes. I know she's not gonna like that, but you know, she found love.
I give him 5.
5 trash bags.
Trash bags.
He's pitiful, man.
So he's straight up Oscar the Grouch.
Yeah.
Tyler, you're welcome to come on here
Explain
yourself. Because we calling you Catch Me If You Can, Tyler.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, you are a con man, you are a fraud, and you wrong for doing that and not disclosing that to that girl.
Yeah, come holler at us, man. Come holler at us.
Sorry, we tell it like it is.
Well, in any regard, we want to hear from y'all. What level of trash do you give Tyler? What level of trash do you give Ramses, whatever y'all want to call the man? We want to hear from y'all. Y'all continue to like, share, subscribe. We'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.